This is Ryan Frankowski and
Kelly Mizgorski.
And you're listening to Mocktails Are Messy. And we have in the studio today one of my favorite Angelinos, Pittsburgh, Penn Staters, Michael Rozzi.
Hello, hello.
And his bestie slash wifey slash roomie slash astrologer.
Ooh.
Yes.
Keisha. And Keisha, you got to tell me, what do people call you? What's your, like, did they call you Mrs. Keisha? Or do they
I like to be called Mother, but Keisha will do fine for now.
Oh, cheers to that.
Okay.
Thank you guys for coming into the studio.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Mocktails are messy, guys. Now, you guys are getting a little messy. You broke your tolerance break.
We did.
Thank you for
Okay, so tell
bringing it
me what a tolerance break is, because I just don't know.
So if you're an avid weed smoker for for a certain amount of time, which we were almost every day, your body builds up a tolerance to it. So you smoke and you do not get as high, you do not feel the effects.
Okay.
But the best part about weed is all you need is about maybe 2 weeks to a month before your tolerance, you could build it back up again.
Okay.
So we took a tolerance break just so we can get higher. It had nothing to do with health or anything. It was just so we can be higher.
Hey, that works for me.
Yeah, and give us a little insight on Flora. Do you feel like it's a good vibe? Does it give you that effect?
Yeah, it's calmed me down because I've never been on a podcast before.
Same.
It's a nerve-wracking.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a little nerve-wracking. And it's actually really delicious.
It is
tastes
delicious.
so
The
good,
spicy
yeah.
mango is the only one I've tried so far, but the flavor is phenomenal.
Oh, so you would definitely order that, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I
for
like
sure.
the ratio
Yeah.
too. So it's like in weed when you do CBD, so it's THC to CBD, and it's a 1-to-2 ratio. So you're gonna get more of the calming effect and less of the high effect. Just like those parts. So that's actually really good as well.
So you're doing the spicy mango.
Yes.
And then you're doing the
Blueberry
blueberry.
Moscow Mule. It tastes like a really good sour.
So I think that my problem is I don't like the calming effect. I like the high effect.
Okay.
And so sometimes when I have stuff like that, I don't know if this has ever happened. I've only smoked weed probably 30 times in my life.
Wow.
But
We probably did 30 times.
yeah.
30 times in what? In the week?
Before our little
time
talk.
sitting.
Yeah, we're sitting. Our plumber.
I have this thing, like, if I get too calm, it's like I forget to breathe and I have to like consciously
Oh, so
breathe.
drug-wise, you like an upper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? I don't know.
because like some people do really good like psychedelics and downers. See, I'm crazy all the time.
Okay.
So weed kind of like brings me down to
Okay.
normal, and then like my friend, like she can't take. Oh, she'll pass out, go to sleep. But you give her some coke because it's an upper, and she's
Okay.
like, "Let's go." You can say that, right?
You could say
Oh,
anything.
okay. So you're probably like more
I
of an
love
upper
it. I
coke
love
girly.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah. You probably like some Molly too. if
Uppers.
you went out.
Oh.
I probably would.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely a friend
we might
of
need
mine.
we might need to go to Honcho with these guys. This is like a festival in the summertime. Can you give us a little description on that?
Honcho is the most beautiful experience we've ever been to. It is a queer space, but it is the most freeing experience on every level that we've ever experienced. Just the freedom of what happens there, how people feel and express themselves and interact with each other. It's very much so like a Burning Man, but 100% queer space, queer artists, queer art, installations, like everything is queer. And they try to really focus on that and bringing the queer community together. But I mean, having 3,000 gays locked into a farm and just running around in circles for 6 days.
Yeah, it's on about 150 acres in Four Quarters, Pennsylvania. It's like queer adult summer camp.
Yeah.
It's 2 DJs set up with 2 big DJ sets, and it's parties is going on from 10 in the morning until 7 in the morning, like the next day. Like it just doesn't stop.
And in addition to the party, and they have like meditation retreats, they have art, they have yoga, they have art classes, they have like literally anything that you want to do. But again, it's all brought to you by different queer artists from around the country that are just like trying to bring something different to the table.
Oh my god,
That sounds fun.
It's
Yeah.
a beautiful experience, and like you will never see again. Like we have a lot of friends that are trans, and like you'll see them walking around, some of them completely naked mid transformation, and they're comfortable to do so because it gives you that freedom and that space to do it, and there's no judgment, there's no nothing. Like again, it's a very, very beautiful experience.
Yeah.
on every level. We leave there every single last time pulling out, we were literally crying and we're like, we can't wait till August next year.
And it's not just the drugs. Crying. Yeah, it's the most freeing experience. And I'm just a little girl from the Bronx. I've never been camping in my life, and you'll be camping for like 5-6 days straight.
The first year we went, she literally had people on like ice calls, and she's like, okay, cool, this is what you need to say to your boss if you have to come pick me up, because I don't know if I could live in the woods for that long.
I never went camping that long by
You're
myself.
a New Yorker.
I was petrified.
So what brought you to Pittsburgh?
I came to Pittsburgh for work about 10 years ago when I was a badass corporate girlie.
Oh.
But now I'm a spiritual bitch.
Okay.
And now you're just a what?
A spiritual bitch.
So did Pittsburgh kind of suck you in? Are you
yeah,
here to
I love
stay?
Pittsburgh. I was born and raised in the Bronx, New York, but I became an adult here.
Okay.
Like I became an adult in Pittsburgh.
Cool.
And I had the money and the freedom and opportunity to be able to do it as well.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then before we get too far in, Michael, how do you know Ryan?
I met this little kitty back at Penn State.
And we were both straightish.
We were both straightish, or at least playing the game.
Yeah, playing the game. Exactly.
DL, I don't know what other terms we would call it. But yeah, it was, gosh, I don't even know how many years ago now.
2010.
We met,
2011.
I was probably 18. You were
17.
around the same, yeah.
Yeah.
But
6
yeah,
months.
we've been through the ringer. I knew him when he was living his life in New York. He came out to LA and lived with me for a while. Whenever
Oh, okay.
he left New York, yeah. So he was living with me in my apartment in
I
LA.
didn't know
And
you were in LA too.
yeah,
Cool.
so we have been again through every walk of life together. And
Oh, yeah.
it just continues, and somehow even when life splits us up, we come back together. It's
I know.
everything just picks right back up where it left off.
That's great. And now, will you and Keisha explain your relationship and how you met?
Yeah.
This is my platonic soulmate.
We actually, so the festival we were talking about, we met naked in the woods at Honcho the first year.
Stop it!
Yes.
Yep.
That is the
Yeah.
most amazing thing
Yeah.
I've ever
Yeah, no,
heard.
Yes.
we literally
You didn't
went.
tell me that.
Yeah, no.
I wanted you to be surprised.
So the connection was actually through my brother. My brother knew Keisha, and obviously my brother knew me. And he kept talking about Honcho. Like, you guys have to try camp out. And not knowing each other, we both signed up to bartend because we were like, it's a first time experience. Like, we don't know if we can be there that many hours and not have something to do. So we went and we bartended and worked. It was 6-hour shifts. And my brother did not tell either of us that we were going. And my brother told her that he would be her ride, and I was already talking to my brother about being his ride, and he didn't communicate that to either of us. So
what the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah,
My first
literally,
fuck?
Yes.
literally, survival for 6 days in the woods. We all have coolers, tents, all the things, and I pull up to pick my brother up, thinking I'm only taking my brother, and I see Keisha and my brother both standing out on the corner with all of their shit for 6 days, and I'm like,
He's waving.
so that was our first introduction, and again, the ride up there was hilarious. We were stuffed in the car. You could only see Keisha's head in the back seat because she had so many bags and tents and everything else on her lap. And again, it was just love at first sight. We kept talking and hanging out the entire trip, and then obviously it was such a freeing experience at Honcho that gave us the ability to do that. And she will creepily tell you there was one night where I was sleeping by the fire, and she was just sitting there staring at me for 2 hours. How did I meet somebody that I feel like I know their soul already?
Oh my God.
I don't know. I
And-
see it there's something. There's something. You both have the same energy.
Everybody,
heard that
yeah, everybody literally,
Yeah.
people will come up to us and they're like, oh my God, we absolutely love your energy. How long have you guys been friends? And we're like, only 2
Yeah.
years. And they're like, that's
No, we've
absolutely
been
no
friends
way.
for lifetimes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Past
You
ours
can
lives,
feel
known each
it.
other
Yeah.
for
That gave me
lifetimes.
chills for some reason. Because I feel it.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
aren't
no,
just
it was,
making it up.
Again, it was not a coincidence. Everything just kind of lined up and it felt perfect. It feels closer than family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know Keisha as well, but I do feel like I've known you for lifetimes after
Franco, you're a brother
connecting.
now.
Yes. But I do feel so blessed because I love this guy so much that he has that kind of person in his life. Because I think, everybody loves Rozzi. Everybody wants to connect with Rozzi, but he cannot be held down. He is
Yep.
off to the fucking races,
that
you
is
know?
true.
And you
Yes.
seem like a pivotal person in his life that is not holding him down. You're embracing him. And you guys seem like to be really thriving.
Yeah, that's why I took on my platonic soulmate.
Yeah, she definitely
Yeah.
brings the balance into my life. And I mean, I'm very...
You cannot be held down.
I have an Aries Mars, which means I'm very impulsive. Just go, go, go. I'll figure it out as it's happening. And
Yeah.
she definitely makes me sit back and think. And even times that I'm not thinking after the fact, she'll be like, okay, we're going to sit down and we're going to look at XYZ because why are you doing this and why do you keep doing this? And
I
you keep saying
need that
you
in
don't wanna
my
do it.
life. I need someone like
Yeah.
Keisha.
Just like
No.
spirituality practice wise, like today is a new moon and it starts a new cycle. So we sit down and we journal. We journal with the new moon. Like
Yeah.
we have our
No
prompts, we pull our
shit.
tarot cards, we confront the shadow
Answer
and the
major
light
questions
sides.
and-
We answer questions and then we're able to move forward. And then when the full moon comes, then we're going to do it again. And it just helps us dive deep and keep it more connected.
How
with
do
each
you
other.
know what to do?
So I have a website that I follow and it'll give you this is the full moon. This is what it means. It's an Aquarius. It's this, that, and third. And it'll give you 5 journal prompts based off the energies of the moon. And we'll just flip them over. We'll read it with each other and we'll journal them down.
That sounds like it could be helpful for
It is
people.
so
It's very helpful.
helpful.
Yeah.
Are you able to? Do you know the name of the website?
Yeah, it's called Astro Matrix. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a beautiful website. And if you put your chart in there as well, they'll tell you the transits, what's happening. And it's just a better way of understanding yourself, what's going on in the world, where you fit in it, and what you could do.
And maybe why you're feeling a certain way on that day, or you might be super anxious, but actually the stars are lined up for you to be feeling more anxious than on a normal day. And it gives you a lot of insight into why you're feeling the way you feel and how you're interacting with the world around you.
So you've come a long way from a corporate girly, working for a large furniture company, running shit, getting
did.
moved from New York to the Berg with a nice fucking cushy job, but you are spiritual.
Yes.
And you've always been passionate about that. Is this your profession now?
Yes, this is my profession now. I've always been astrology girly from me and my cousin sitting outside on our porch looking at Teen Magazine and having the horoscope little things in the back.
I remember that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we graduated to 17, older girl. And it went from that kind of small interest into she's seen it, it understands her, it understands me. My mother's an Aquarius, we're reading about it. And before you know, we're in Barnes and Nobles, as teenagers, when most teenagers probably in New York is out doing something crazy, smoking and drinking. I didn't do none of that stuff. I'm a wayward adult. I was not a wayward child. So we spent our times in Barnes and Nobles reading astrology books. Reading astrology books. So
Did you
it's
say
always been a part of me.
wayward?
Yeah,
Or-
wayward.
What exactly? So we're a little slow. What's wayward? We're low vocabulary.
Wayward. Wayward.
We got
is,
the intellects on this side of the room.
How can I explain wayward? If I was a good child, I am a wild adult. Let's just say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I'm
She was a
kinda
late
knew.
bloomer.
I got
Yeah,
it.
I'm a late bloomer.
As
Yeah.
far as the
Nice.
party scene.
Yes.
Yeah, that too.
Now she didn't drink until 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. My first time I got drunk, I was 18, and then I didn't do it again for a long time. I was even a consecutive weed smoker until 28.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my brother was like, "Who starts smoking at 28?"
Yeah, that's
I do.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
late bloomer with that stuff. I was just
I didn't really touch this stuff until Rozzi.
Corrupted.
I mean, La La Land too. When it's a recreational
It's available.
Yeah, it's I don't need a card. I'm just
Yeah.
going to the store.
No, I didn't fully smoke until about 28.
Yeah.
When did you start, Michael?
Probably about 15, 16.
Did you get messy, or were you just more of a chill smoker?
It was definitely chill when I was younger. To me, it was a way to, again, my upbringing was a little chaotic, but it was a
Yeah.
way for me to kind of escape that. And it was introduced to me through, obviously a lot of kids in high school were smoking. And, I remember going out back behind BP and meeting up with people and taking a quick hit in there. And
And that's a gas station right? Is
Yeah,
that a gas?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
a gas
for
station.
because we have listeners that don't know what BP is.
yeah, so,
Okay.
meeting up behind the gas station to take a quick hit in there. And yeah, it was always just, it would calm me down. It was an escape from all the chaos of my life.
Yeah, you were being
And-
shifted.
again, like it just kept growing and growing from there. And I don't think it was definitely not as consistent as it became. Again, I was playing sports and swimming and doing all the other things in high school. So that kind of took precedent over being a druggie.
Right.
But then obviously like I moved to LA right after college, and it was just kind of like everything was accessible. It was right there. It was recreational after a while.
Yeah.
So it was just like you didn't even have to have a card. You could just walk in and grab whatever you wanted. So it
That shit
just
was
kind of
good.
kept growing and growing. And then this is probably the first tolerance break that I've taken my whole life.
Yeah. I've noticed it's a trend now because after the pandemic, we just were doing it all day, drinking, smoking. And then I don't know what it was about 2024, 2025 that people are now taking tolerance breaks.
Yeah.
And that's both like alcohol, weed, even like medications, because, you know, you build up such a tolerance with anything. Even me, I've been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks off of caffeine, and it's weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really feel like myself,
Oh,
but
you're going full sober.
yeah, like double down sober.
No.
I was telling him we should do that with sugar.
Yeah, no
She
shit.
is trying to get me
I
out.
would like to do that with sugar. I will do it with you.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
What
We
about
do that.
Whole 30?
See, y'all said that, but I was real quick to be like, no.
He said that about the tolerance break 3 months ago too, just so you know. And now he already did 30 days. Like he did the 30 days.
Yeah. So I'm sure, Kelly, you're eager to get to the questions.
Oh, the fun
right?
questions. We'll do some fun questions. Now that, you know,
We got you
everybody has
warmed
gotten to know
up.
each other, you're lubed up. We're ready to go.
Ready to go.
We just have some like random questions that our viewers sent in. Okay. What's a drunk text that you still regret, and who was it to?
Do you want to take this first? I'm not going to say who for purposes of, you know. But I will say, so somebody that I see on a regular basis around Pittsburgh through Stonewall Sports, if you know what that is.
Yes.
At kickball, dodgeball, all the things. A regular face. We've always done like, you know, the flirtatious eyes and, hey, how are you? All the little like small kitty cat talk. But it never really goes anywhere.
Kitty cat.
And it was actually just recently, but there was a night that I was a little intoxicated, and I got it upon myself to message this person through one of the apps, and
Which was Grindr.
Do you have the text?
I do. I'm just going to tell you what it said, but I said, when are you going to give me a chance to smash my face between them cheeks? And again, this is somebody that I see every Sunday. I will see them again this Sunday when I go to dodgeball.
Oh my
But did he
God.
respond?
They did not respond.
Oh,
They read it. They did not respond.
bless your heart.
But again, I know that it's...
Or his cheeks.
He does have pretty cheeks. I will say that.
Oh, like smash face plant.
I would love to smash my face between them cheeks.
Do you know what's sad about my, I think, drunk text? Because I think I drunk text like Josh Orange for you. And I think I was like, when are you going to let Michael get in between them cheeks? So my drunk text is not even for me. It's
Oh my God.
actually more along the line for you too. Because I think I text him exactly that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is why it's my platonic
She's
soulmate.
such a good fucking
I love
wifey, soulmate,
Mother.
That's right.
You going to get my boy or not?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, if somebody leaked your search history, what would you die if they saw?
For mine, the amount of gay porn that I watched.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That sounds very familiar.
You too. Sometimes. I mean, and we watch together.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll
Oh,
like,
no.
if he sees one that he likes, he'll send it to me.
I'm like watching and fully getting off. I need you to know. Like, it's not a.
I love you.
Yeah, we're not. It's not just for. Oops, sorry. Yeah, no, we're watching and we're fully getting off.
Oh, I love it. I love it. What makes you think that? I guess because it's two men and you consider yourself more fluid.
Yes,
into
I'm
like,
very fluid and sexual wise. Like, I don't want to limit myself, and I love all pleasure. And it's like 2 guys is different versus 2 girls being different. Because sometimes I want 2 guys. I want to see like masculinity. I want to hear both men moan. Right?
yeah.
Especially if the guy's leg is up like this and the dick is going. It's quick for me. Yes, but sometimes I want to watch 2 girls and it's soft and they're like doing like kind of like that. And then
That's such a good descriptor.
yes, because sometimes you want to switch it up. And I've watched 2 guys and a girl, 2 girls and a guy. So, but the amount of gay porn in my search history is probably why Google thinks I'm a gay man too.
Hers isn't as bad as mine, I feel. Okay, so backstory. We watched 1,000-Pound Sisters.
What?
I don't know if you've seen that story or that series.
Is that like
it's the 2 sisters
that are
like
overweight?
Yeah, the one's like 500 and the one's like 700
Yeah.
pounds.
Damn.
So the quick backstory was they made a reference on there. The one 700-pound one had somebody drive like 3-4 hours to meet her, and she's talking about how they had made love and it was the most beautiful night of her life and all these things. And I'm like, I'm on Grindr and nobody will even come like a mile, and like she has somebody driving 4 hours for her.
No one's drove 4 hours for me.
So she referred to herself as SSBBW. So of course I had to go down the rabbit hole of what does this mean? Is there others? But it's supersized, big, beautiful women.
Okay.
And yes, there is a whole category on Pornhub. And these are women who are 500-600 pounds plus and love their size. And I went down a very big rabbit hole of just, I don't know if it's curiosity, but like I find it fascinating that this is, I don't know, the folds.
And some of the most
everything.
beautiful men, I'm telling you.
Some of the most beautiful tiny men that are no bigger than us are infatuated with. Maybe I'm one of them, actually.
Yeah, maybe low key.
But when I tell you that I watched every single video on this channel, I have watched every single video on this channel.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That is
Isn't it
so
crazy?
interesting. Well, I think when you just like you don't find that like if you're reading it, you're like, oh, whatever, that's not a big. But then when you see it visually and it strikes your interest,
Yeah, because it's like, well, how?
Well, I'm like, first of all, like you have all this extra weight and body fat and all these things, and like you're moving yourself, and like how are you doing all these things and positions?
Impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And that's what I was fascinated. And like, again, like there's many videos you could watch and like twerking, all the different sex positions, everything. And you're just like, damn, like
that's nuts.
props to you because your leg is 3 times the size of my body itself.
Oh my god.
Hey,
I didn't even know, like, how do you-
I get a
how do
little
you-
curious too
I was very
sometimes,
curious.
yeah.
Like, how do you even like find the parts? What are you doing? How's this happening? Like, is
Yeah.
there feeling? Do you know what the feeling is?
Yeah.
And then again, these men, like, it's a tiny little stick man, like smashed in like a puddle, basically. And it's just like,
My favorite is the double stomach reveal.
yes.
So when they lift up their stomach and there's 2 more underneath.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call that the double
Oh
stomach.
yeah, she was like lifting one stomach. She was like lifting one stomach and then like moving the other to then find her fupa and like
Wow.
The double stomach reveal.
yeah, it was a whole thing.
It's a whole category, and I'm telling you, the most beautiful men come out and they love
I have watched
it.
hours of.
And it's
I probably
just
actually.
never something you thought existed.
I probably actually watch more SSBW porn now than I do actual like gay porn. That would. I don't know. It's the curiosity.
Yeah. What's your worst hookup story?
Do you want to go first on this one?
Yeah. I'll go for this one.
I know you guys are really prude.
No. So when I lived in New York City, it was this bouncer who worked at a club. His name was Divine, and I thought he was so beautiful. And I'd never been like a shy girl. And I saw him in the club. I was just like stalking him. Finally gave him my number. He invited me out. We went out. We went to his house, and I was just like, oh no, not yet. You're
so
work for it. And then the second time we went out, same thing. And I knew I wanted it, but I was gonna make him work for it. Not yet. Then I went out with my girlfriends, and I was like, you know what? Today is gonna be the day. Today is gonna be the day. I did my cutesy little however long I thought he was supposed to wait, and I get to his house. It was time for sexy time. And I started to give him head, and I threw up on his dick.
Like,
Full-
it gagged
Oh
you?
my god.
And I don't even
Or
have
you
a
got
bad gag
sick.
reflex. I'm really upset
You got
now that I think
gagged.
about it. But yeah, no, I was out drinking with my friends and
Oh.
full. I'm not even like
That's
a little
why.
full, and you could. I'm talking about full,
Oh fuck.
and room smelled everything. It was just shower and went home.
How did he react?
He reacted disgusted as he should have.
Wow.
I know it's like not. It's one thing if
No,
you're
that's a
puking
good
on the
one.
floor.
No, and
it's like right here.
It's right. It was right there. Bed, lap, all. Yeah.
Oh fuck!
After I was
so-
playing cute for like the last
Yeah.
many weeks, like you're gonna wait for this.
That's a really good
He comes to wait for some throw up. Oh my god!
Needless to say, I never saw him again.
Oh yeah.
Too bad that wasn't his fetish or something.
I know.
Oh, well.
I know. You never
I didn't
know.
think about that. When I stayed, if it was,
You probably would be. I don't know. I feel like you'd be grossed out. You're like, this isn't even cute.
I was more embarrassed because once again I was spending the whole time like,
Yeah.
catch me if you can.
They're like, she gives me like actress vibes with these like little animated faces.
So that was like more, that was like one of my worst hiccup stories.
Oh my god, Rosary!
That's the
Ring
best I've
around the
heard.
Rosary. I know Rosie's been a couple guys, maybe three, maybe one girl, three guys.
It's been a very long time. No, I think the worst would have been there was a really cute Vietnamese boy that I met when I first moved to LA.
Did I meet him?
No, I've tried to
Okay.
avoid him since.
Because I did meet the
Still
one
avoiding
guy.
him, still avoiding him.
Oh, okay. We're not going to talk about that guy.
Oh no.
The one that his family wants you to be his husband.
Oh, right.
No.
We'll talk about that later.
Later, off camera.
Okay. Yeah.
The only one I can think about though is so this boy, I was still fresh to LA. I was fresh to being gay, and actually being out. And this boy took me back to his apartment, and his apartment was white on white on white on white, white sheets, white towels, white carpeting, everything you can imagine, white, white, white.
Weird.
Yeah. Now imagine being freshly gay. I didn't know the whole process of like how to prepare 100%.
Yeah.
And he had a very big dick. And
Vietnamese boy had a big dick.
Yes. I know how to find them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, on his white bed, go to get on top of him and ride him. And it just opened up the gates of hell.
That's what we're calling it.
We're getting an education. Gates of hell. Oh, hell no. Shit. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
I was never so embarrassed in my life.
So, needless to say, there might have been brown involved.
Now, how did he react?
All over white.
Was he,
Oh, fuck.
All over white.
Now, was it like
was he like, get
brown,
out?
like solid, or was it like.
Oh my god.
Absolutely not.
Oh, fuck. Rosie, what did you eat?
It was absolutely not solid.
He didn't. You know what? You didn't know. He thought you knew. You didn't know how to prepare.
I mean, I'm grateful for him because he tried to play it off in the best way possible
Aw.
and was just like, "You're okay. Yeah, it's okay."
Oh, yeah. The smell, right?
And I'm pretty sure that he threw like pretty much his entire bed set away.
Keisha's crying over there.
He was very cute.
being
He's
nice,
like just go in the
right?
shower and like clean herself up, and then like
Oh,
and
yeah.
like the whole time I hear him in the background, he's like trying not to throw up. He's like,
Oh God, yeah. Some people that is there. I don't think that's me, but I know
No.
people that they can't smell certain things, and they're
Yeah.
like you're like
Yeah.
that.
No, I'm not. I'm fine.
You're fine with
Yeah.
shit.
It was
Yeah.
embarrassing. I tried to
mean, yeah,
avoid
I don't-
him, and there was
yeah.
only one other time that I ran into him in like the 8.5 years of being in LA. We saw each other again out on Santa Monica Boulevard in WeHo, and he like gave me a little nonchalant like, "Hey, how are you doing?" But that was it, and I was still I'm like, "Don't look at me, don't."
Don't judge me. I'm just new.
We all have a first time.
Yeah, he's probably been there before.
Yeah.
Now, what is your most embarrassing like post party aftermath story?
Was that this past Saturday? No, that was a quiet night.
I just got taken home from a party. I mean, that's not
No.
You got taken home?
from an orgy. Yes.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm just not sure if it all happens like at the orgy or if sometimes you go home.
Mike was just, like,
Well,
really
supposedly,
greedy.
I was gonna say,
it was,
she
like-
calls me greedy, so
okay.
maybe that was the thing. But like I feel like at the orgy, it's like take your pick and you can choose and try everything out, and it's like like
Test
testers.
riding.
Yeah. And then it's like, cool, this was the one that I liked the most. And
That's a good way to
No, that makes
describe
sense.
it. Like test driving a car.
Yeah.
You want to like kind of, and even like shopping for a home.
yeah.
Just, a hole.
Just a hole. Shopping for holes.
We all want pleasure. So, like, let me see what's the most pleasurable, and then I'll take that home.
He's so coy about it.
Yes, he is. When he texts me, like, see you in the morning. Won't be back home. See you in the morning. I was like, all right, after an orgy to someone. Michael.
Yeah.
Even the guy said, he was like, send a picture of both of us together so she knows who to come after because you did come home with somebody from an orgy.
Oh, no, I was already out. I text him like, I'm out too, bitch.
We are so fucking boring. We need to go hang out with these guys.
I was still at Hot Mess.
What? I feel like I'm in New York City, but it's Pittsburgh.
We will bring the vibes.
Oh, yeah.
It
doesn't matter
We'll
where we're
bring
at.
the big city to the
Yeah.
small town.
There you go.
Yeah.
You have any, Keisha, any walks of shame or anything like that after a party?
No, not that I could think
No.
of. Top down.
Okay.
No.
This one will be good. What's the craziest thing you've ever done out of jealousy or spite?
I'll go.
Oh, go.
All right.
I like how you just knew. Ding, ding, ding.
It's not a great story. It's not my finest hour. I was dating. All right. Where do I even fucking start? I was dating this guy named Blank, and me and his girlfriend had like a 2-week long threesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, like she was from Maryland, and we were like kind of messing around, and I guess they were kind of messing around, and we're just like, fuck it, we're all just messing around. And we did it for like 2 weeks, right? But then after that, I wasn't the girl that he chose, right? And he was seeing her permanently. And a year rolls around later, and she gets pregnant, she has a baby. And the baby doesn't look like him, so I decide to sign him up for Maury.
Oh, hell yeah.
So they were calling him for a paternity test. And that was just pure spite because we spent 2 weeks together. And I was the one who was not the girlfriend at the end. And that's my jealousy and spite story.
I love that one. I think that's a pretty fine moment, if you ask me.
in my defense, the baby looked nothing like him.
You were just
Everyone
trying to
else
help
agreed.
out.
I was just trying to help
Yeah.
out.
So, guys, thank you so much for opening
This was
up,
fun.
sharing
It was fun.
us your little stories, being honest and vulnerable with us. We want to come back with Keisha and Rozzi ASAP.
Yeah, this was
Please.
this was
Yeah,
great.
this is
I
so
know.
fun.
This
Like
was
this.
just touching. We're scratching
We're a
the
little nervous.
surface.
Oh, there's
you
a lot
are.
more messy.
There's a lot more
I
messy.
There's a lot more messy.
know.
We were holding back on the good stories.
Oh my God, we need at least 2 hours with you
Goodness.
guys.
Well, we might need a part 2 then.
Yes. Keisha, our astrology star sister, and my college sweetheart. Bringing your cosmic energy, guys, your wisdom, and all the laughs to the show. Your star power is undeniable.
Aw.
We are so grateful to have you on Mocktails Are Messy. I love you guys.
We
Keisha
love
and
you.
Rozzi, thank you so much.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is Ryan Frankowski and
Kelly Musgorski.
thank you guys. We love you and I hope to see you ASAP out and about.
Yes. All right, signing off.
Signing off. We'll see you at Summit in Mount Washington with Keisha and Rozzi. Let's take it to the summit and get that popcorn.